It is said that 77-year-old Joe Biden is leading the most diverse presidential field in history amongst black voters. That backing has sustained Biden through a torrent of controversies that would typically sink any other Democratic politician, including a series of awkward comments about race and persistent attacks from President Donald Trump on his son Hunter Biden's business ties in the Ukraine. Some believe that Biden will appeal to white voters and can defeat Trump next year, as other candidates make increasingly vocal appeals to African Americans. Biden says he stands apart because he's been with black voters ever since the beginning of his political career as a member of the Newcastle County Council in Delaware. Onyx News correspondent Reynolds McZorn, what's your take on all of this?
Well, Nietzsche, who would have thought a 77-year-old white man would be leading the most diverse presidential field in history among black voters? Recently, CNN came out with a poll that showed that Joe Biden is getting 60% of the vote among black voters who are 45 years old and older. And I think this is a testament to his early political career in Wilmington, Delaware, a place known as the Bucket. It's known for its housing projects, its crime. But Joe Biden seemed to make a connection there, especially in 1968 when the Wilmington riots were taking place after Dr. King's assassination. So we see here a white man is making a connection with older black voters, and he's had these voters for over 50 years. He's been courting them for over 50 years, and it seems it's paying dividends to this presidential campaign.
Absolutely. You know, his support amongst this group is giving him an important and sometimes overlooked advantage nearly 2 months before the voting begins. While Biden is bunched near the top of the pack in the overwhelmingly white early voting states of Iowa and New Hampshire, he's better positioned in the more diverse states that follow. Black voters are a dominant force in South Carolina, where 2/3 of the electorate in 2016 Democratic presidential primary was non-white. Reynolds McZorn, what kind of conversation can we have about that?
Well, I just want to quote something that I read. This is a quote from someone from the community of Wilmington, Delaware, a man by the name of Richard Mouse Smith, who met Biden as a kid in Wilmington. And he said he knew our plight, he knew how we felt. This is the connection that Joe Biden is making on the black community. In fact, Nietzsche, I want to just give you a little bit of history here. In 40 years, we haven't seen this type of connection with the black community voting-wise. I think in 1988, it was Al Gore who had this kind of connection. In 2016, it was Hillary Clinton, and it was Jesse Jackson in 1988, Al Gore in 2000, and Hillary Clinton in 2016, who were able to get these kind of numbers among black voters. So we're watching something historical take place here.
It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. He does seem very well liked by a lot of people. There's a lot going on, and he has definitely survived the controversy, the backlash, everything that comes with being in a political seat. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. It's going to be interesting to see what the black vote is like. It's going to be interesting to see what it looks like in the polls. Dr. Reynolds McZorn, Onyx News correspondent, always a great conversation with you about things like this. Thank you so much today for awesome reporting.